Hi guys, it's Nat here. Hope you're all well. So for the first time in 3 months or just over, I have a Friday book haul. Yay! So I know there's a couple of yous that might be hanging out for one of these. There's definitely someone that will be probably watching it tomorrow while they have their morning coffee. So it's good to be back in the shop. I've missed it greatly. There's lovely people that come in there. I work with lovely people, and you know, we raise a lot of money for the community, which is wonderful. So I wasn't sure if there was going to be much in the recycling, but there was. So I've got quite a big one today, so we'll get into it. So I'm on my old setup just because I've had to fill up the whole kitchen table with the books. And my craft desk doesn't have enough room to do that, which would make it difficult. So I grabbed this, which is the Three Musketeers. Lovely old cover. Don't know if it's worth trying to use. It looks like it probably has a bit of mould in that, but the pages are beautiful. It's signed Alexandra something, 1943. Lovely old pages though, so definitely use the pages in this. They're a nice brown colour. I think I'll have to look up the date for this one. It does look older than 43, so I will get online and check that one out, but lovely pages in there to use. And then I grabbed, this is Popular Verses by Henry Lawson. So it's not real old, but I want to have a look at the verses, see if there's any interesting ones I might use. It's 1941. The Water Lily, that one sounds nice to put in a either a fairy book or a garden themed one. I've got this Bible or scripture book. I like the size of the cover. It's nice and wide there, and it's nice and little to make a smaller journal, so I'll probably do that with that one. I got the Warwick Shakespeare Hamlet. So this looks nice and old too. I thought that a bit of Shakespeare would look quite nice as on tags. I don't think that one has a date either. One would think that would be around the 40s as well. I grabbed this, What Will I Have for Morning Tea? And I wasn't going to get it, but it has these flip out pages. And I think these will be really cool to remove from the book and cover. And then I can make little journaling spots in there, make them look nice, fold them up and slip them into tuck spots and pockets. Arnott's Recipes, made with Arnott's and Men's Biscuits. Oh, I thought it was a recipe for Arnott's biscuits, but I don't think that has a date on it either, but it sounded interesting, so I might check it out. A bit dirty on the back. The Quiet Night In, it's a Ladybird book. The Ladybird books have beautiful illustrations, so I grabbed it just to see if there's any illustrations I might use. But they are gorgeous illustrations. I might zoom in just a little bit. I've got to be careful when I get to the bigger books. So they're very nice illustrations. Your Key to Hamburg. Looks older than probably what it is. First published in 55. Nice aged pages. And some of the little pictures are quite nice too. I like the illustrations like that one. really nice. A nice size as well for tags and that. The Greatest Man Who Ever Lived. I got this purely for the cover. Very good condition cover. Nice size for a little journal. It's got some pictures and that in it. It's Sherlock Holmes. I think I just grabbed it because it's Sherlock Holmes. I will reuse this cover. Dust cover, I reckon. And this is looking... that's in nice condition too. So I'll probably reuse that cover. It's got embossing there. I think this is too old. It doesn't say. I know some people like doing detective journals or Sherlock Holmes journals and that as well, so. This one is selected English essays, and it's got some embossing there as well. This one's old, 1925 it's been signed. Nice brown pages. So I'll probably look this one up. You know they're old when they've got that at the front. I love it. First edition 21, reprinted 24. And then I got this, the school edition of The Cruel Sea. I think I was just grabbing whatever old ones were out there. I like the maps in these. They look really cool because they're so old. This is 62, I think, by the looks. Oh, and these illustrations of the ships are really nice as well. So I think that's what I grabbed this for. There's not much else in there. Spanish Made Simple. I like language books. It's like someone's been practicing. The way I'm going to have one for each language. Should be multilingual by now. Oh, that's just a coloured page I ripped out of another book. What's this one? Oh, The American Ephemeris for the 20th Century. And it's got all your tables. So I reckon they'll be called tea-dyed, or even as is. Depends on the look you're looking for, but collaging. Really good. So I've got this, that one, and then there's this one as well. So they were a good find. That's another book page in there. Alright, we've got the Illustrated Atlas of the World's Great Buildings. Some of these I've just grabbed because I thought they might be good, so I haven't really had a look at them. So they've got some nice... got some diagrams which I'd like if they weren't so glossy and that. I'm sure there'll be a few buildings that I'd like to use. So I'll have a better look at that sometime. Great Book of Disasters. Now I haven't looked at this one either. My workmate had them in a pile for me, a couple of these, so I'd probably have a lot of news clippings and that, so be an interesting one to have a read through. Might zoom you out again just a little. Wonder if it's got my life in there. My life's a bit of a disaster. Just thought I'd add that. Some of those old pictures are nice. this. I think I've already grabbed one of these. Don't know why they were chucking it out, but I mean, we've only got so much room in the shop, so so it's the Bicentennial, the Australian Mosaic and 1788 diary. So it's got, yeah, so it's a diary of stuff that's happened in those times. It's got your little illustrations there, which are pretty cool. I think it gets better at the front. Yeah. There's little colour pictures and that here. Oh, I love that bird. The Grand Old Mansion, the Holts and their successors at Aston Hall. So lots of vintage pictures. It's got like little diagrams like that. That'd be really neat. Beautiful. That one's got a lot in it. The inventions that changed the world, an illustrated guide to man's practical genius through the ages. Man's practical genius. Anyway. So yeah, that's going to have some cool little pictures. Give you a closer look at some of the ships. So it'll be fun to go through. Aeroplanes. Got this one, man discovers his past. This one's getting a bit older. 66. Don't know if there's much in this one. The maps are alright though. Yeah, I do like the maps. A couple of other pictures. Book of British Villages. I was looking at this one for a while actually, but I didn't want to buy it. But the prices have gone down now, but it was ended up in the bin anyway. In 1981, this one. So that's pretty cool. I like the colour of the map as well. The colour of the pages is really nice. Oh, I like the, I was going to say illustrated, which they are. Do you call them illuminated letters? Whatever. There's nice pictures and illustrations of the houses. Australian places. It's a nice big book, this one. It's a newer one. Oh, sunflowers. I'll show you a bit better. Nice field of sunflowers there. Take them out for my sunflower journal. That's a beautiful dolphin that I can fussy cut. So I'll go through and grab anything of interest out of this. Could make some envelopes. The pages are so big, maybe I can make some envelopes with the other pages. Oh, windmill, I like windmills too. Crab. So I'll go through and cut out what's interesting out of that. I hate seeing the big beautiful books like that go in the bin, but they don't sell. I mean, we look up everything on the internet now, really, don't we? The Great Southern Ark. The Voyage of the Great Southern Ark. Beautiful photography. Some of these might make nice envelopes. That's a beautiful picture with the moon there. That might be nice as a folded page in the centre of a signature. Yeah, lots of beautiful photos. Tell you what, I'm a bit sore after going through all the books this morning. There's a lot of work to do, and not having done it for 3 months. Even though I was out gardening, putting garden edge in yesterday. Yeah, I certainly used some different muscles today, lifting all the books and boxes of books. Bit sore. I think I'll sleep well. Colonial South Australia, which is the state that I live in Australia. So I love that. Look at that picture. Stunning artwork. They're big, but middle pages in journals, that sort of thing would be nice. Absolutely beautiful illustrations. Strange Stories, Amazing Facts, Reader's Digest. I've got another 2 of these, I think. Love that start page. I think it has a lot of little pictures, does it? Yeah. Some of them are interesting and usable. Will be an interesting read, this one as well, I reckon. The Golden Geographic Encyclopedia. This is great. Lots of little pictures like that one. So that'll be heaps of fun to go through. Make tags with. Heaps of them, all different ones. Then I've got this big pile here that's all music. And lady came in, I think she was helping her mother move or whatever, and her mother must have played music. So she was cleaning out her house and had all these music books. So the ones that were in real good condition obviously went up for sale, but these ones were going to go in the bin. Now I did initially just grabbed a few of the older ones and the nicer ones that I know I'll use, but then I thought, well, why not grab them all? I think I might be able to make envelopes, like tea dye, make envelopes out of the ones that I don't really like, rather than wasting them. I'll find something to do with them anyway. So I've got all these little ones. So it was the older ones like this that I sort of grab usually for myself to use, because you don't have to tea dye them, they're already nicely aged. Ones like this, the Haunted Ballroom, sounds interesting. I'll have to see how old these ones are too. This one looks, oh, Dance Macabre. Just see how old they are if I can. Heaps of them. But then there were ones like this which I wouldn't usually grab. But as I said, envelopes, why not? I'll be able to use the envelopes for Happy Mails and that sort of thing. So I got all these. I do have a keyboard here too, so if I find a song I want to try, I'll give it a go. Although it's been a while since I've tried. This one, 50 blockbusters for 73. I wonder if I'd know any of those. Probably not. I would have been one. Movie hits. Cole Porter. This is huge. It's a bit of a shame for that to go in the bin, so. Some of those pictures look pretty neat as well. So yeah, plenty of music there. Put them down. Got books falling everywhere. These were just dust covers. The Coronation album of Queen Elizabeth. I just really liked the age of it, and the pictures on the inside are amazing. So I had to grab that. This one is, I love the cover, The Wonder Book of Knowledge. Yeah, you can see the embossing on that. Might have to try making a glue book out of that, I reckon, because that is just gorgeous. Back's not as embossed. I think it's been really water damaged because it's warped. I might just try and reuse, especially this front cover. I'd be ashamed to let that go to waste. So a lot of people have these wonder books, and they usually have some cool pictures in them. Don't think it has a date. Lots of fun. Maybe 60s, 70s, something like that. Look at that page. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that is a dilemma, that is. Looking at how they've spelt budgerigars. It's different. So that's a really cool score, that one. Then there was this, the Australian countryside in pictures. And is that a, yeah, that's another embossed one. I wonder if this one has a date. Nope. It's got some gorgeous pictures. I love the colours. Reminds me of Technicolor on the TV. And there was gardening ones all going out, so I find it very hard to pass up the colour, you know, the gardening ones when they're like getting ditched. This is one of my favourites. I've had this one before. Well, I've got this one I think somewhere. But look, they're gorgeous. They make really cool pockets too, these ones. I think that's what I did with the last one of these. I started making pockets with it. Stacks and stacks of cool pictures in that. That must have come out of one of the other books. Oh, that's right. It was a book, but it was a boring book, but I had to have the galah. So, yeah. Burke and Will's book it was. A boring book. So, but I got my galah. That's all I care about. Another dust cover from the Queen Elizabeth's coronation book. And again, I just loved the adverts. Childcraft, the story of Australia. A lot of people have childcraft books. Usually have some good stuff. This one seems a bit newer than what I'm used to, but that's alright. Might be something in there of interest. Oh, there we go. More galahs. Now this old thing, it says Chaucer. It's not in the bassinet. It's got some ledger paper. Is it? No, it's just note paper. Ooh. Place of examination, Hamley Bridge, subject arithmetic. That's really cool. I'll have to scan that, won't I? It's almost fallen to bits. Better be careful. Ooh, is that a secret letter? Jeff Page. Oh, I'm going to have a read of that afterwards. Some more arithmetic. That's really cool. The Nun's Priest's Tale, 1930. By the looks. Walk the Timeless Land. Sorry if I keep banging the tripod, I'm not used to having it around anymore. I saw something really interesting, but I didn't. So I'll have a look through this, see if there's anything interesting. Doesn't look too good, but I'm sure there's a few bits and pieces in there. I'll definitely take these pages. PEP, Personal English Program. Oh, I just grabbed this to trash it at home because it's got the plastic stuff in it. Oh, could maybe use some of that. Let's see. Borough and District, a pictorial memoir. Borough, that's in South Australia too, where I live. I have been there before with my parents. Thinking my mum might like to have a look at this, so I thought I'd grab it. Might be some nice, yeah, there's some nice vintage photos of families. I'll be able to use those. Like that would be neat for ephemera. journaling card maybe. The Chinese way. It's got some okay pictures in it, I think. The writing would be nice. Some nice little illustrations. That's pretty cool. Lanterns. A few ship books. This is the Vanished Fleet. I know there are some really cool ones, like the pictures. Being illustrations are amazing. And there'd be stacks of them in here too, I think. So for a masculine journal or just someone that likes ships and that. The Bulletin, I've got another one of these somewhere too, I think. 1880 to 1980, 100 years of Australia's best, all in this issue. So one would think a lot of newspaper clippings maybe. Or is it just random stuff? Not sure. I'll have to go through and have a look. Might not be as good as what I remembered. Have a good look through it now. I'll take that out and use it. Oh, that's cool. Just a card. A cigarette ad. Don't see them anymore. The ships that shaped Australia. Again, beautiful illustrations. So yes, got enough between those few ship books to make a couple of nice journals. Where in the World USA travel guide. Probably be some good stuff in here for my glue book, I reckon, more than anything. So if I ever get time to play in my glue book, I'll finish making it first. I love this. Aircraft of the Fighting Powers. It was gifted Christmas 1943. It's got a lot of ads in it. If I can turn the pages. And I'll start from the back because it's easier to flick through, but look at that. Diagrams. Thought they were really cool. I reckon for a steampunk journal, that'd be alright. So I thought that was a really good score. And the ads, I just love it. And I got first aid family health. Thought for any anatomy pictures. Ew, some of it might be gross. Warning. A few anatomy pictures that I might use. Some I might not. Oh, nudity warning. You never know what you're going to see when you open up a book like that, but I'm sure I'll find some interesting stuff in it. The human body. Again, some different sort of pictures and anatomy. World Atlas of Wine. I like these because they always have the wine labels, which I think would make good ephemera. And some people like, well, a lot of people like wine. I don't, I hate the stuff. But so as you can see, it's got a lot of the books I have bigger labels, but these are really nice and small, which will make really cool ephemera. A lot of maps in there as well, pictures, heaps and heaps of the labels though. So now, and then I've got more gardening books, another Yates Garden Guide. I just got my son. I think my son broke down 3 of these the other day. And he's like, are they the same? And a lot of them did have the same pictures. They must come from stock pictures or whatever, but I don't like just putting them in the bin when there's pictures like that. I just love taking those out, making little journaling cards or tags with them. So he'll have another one to break down for me now. Valley Orchids. So it's a sales book for orchids. I just saw that and I had to have it. So beautiful. And this one is Garden Flowers. That must be 70s, one would think. That is just gorgeous. That could be a middle page or even a cover. Oops. Put it upside down. It is 75. Some really nice pictures. Oh look, bookmark. I think I'll keep this one together, and when I want to do a journal that's, you know, I'd like to keep all the sort of 70s style pictures all in the one book, I think. Not mix them up because they've just got this very different colour to them. The Dictionary of Indoor Plants. Probably 80s. Let's have a look. Oh no, 74. Wow. Oh, has it got pictures? Yep. I was going to say, oh, it's got a dictionary at the back and then pictures at the front. Oh, nice. Oh, they're a great size too for journaling cards and pockets. Beautiful. This is Essential Containers, Baskets and Boxes. Might find some interest in looking at this one from an actual gardening perspective rather than a crafting one. And quite nice pictures though. That one's beautiful. Such eye candy, isn't it? So, some more pockets. The Ultimate Australian Gardening Book. This is a common one. Oh, look, got some of those cards in there to put with the other 10,000 that I have. A lot of pages in this one. The Complete Book of Houseplants and Indoor Gardening. Look at that, that is awesome. Nice for a fern, mushroom and fern book or whatever that everyone seems to be into at the moment. Another one from the 70s by the look of it. I think I could spend like a good year on just my botanical books at the moment, making journaling cards and pockets. It's a bit sad, really. Now, so that was that. All the recycling. There was a few more things to show you. I'll leave the best to last. So I did purchase some books. So all of that lot was out of the recycle bins. And then I purchased these. So I've got aquarium fishes in colour. I always check the botanical books and the pet and animal books. And I'm always looking for ones with the little illustrations. So I found this. It's got better illustrations. There we go. And I just thought the illustrations in this one were really cool. And nice and cheap, $2. So actually each of the books that I bought were only $2, which is so cheap. So that's that one. And then this one. This is chickens. Now, there's someone who's probably going to watch this and would really like this for their hubby. So that's what I looked at it and I thought, oh yeah, I love the illustrations and this, and then I thought, uh-oh, I think there's someone else that would love this too. So I've got it for your hubby if he wants it. She'll know who she is. But it is amazing. The illustrations are so cool. And lots of eggs. Look at that picture. Little chicken. So they look like they're painted. Really neat book though, that one. Still pretty good nick as well. And I had to buy this, orchids. It's got some bookmarks of some sort. I want to see what they are. Oh, just little notes. But it's illustrated. Again, just gorgeous illustrations. And then the piece de resistance was when I got there, we have out the back, we have all these bins and that the recycling gets tipped into. But under our sorting table, we have a bin where we first put it in. So the first thing I did today was looked at the little bin under the table and it had some books in it. So I thought, well, I'll go through that real quick before they go out the back and grab whatever I find. The first thing, well actually the second thing I saw was this in the recycling bin. So it's a Country Diary book of crafts. A lot of you may have seen it. It's a craft book that is inspired by Edith Holden's watercolours. As you can see there. So absolutely beautiful. So it's fun adding these pages to projects because they're very pretty pages. And then the first thing I saw in there was this getting ditched. I couldn't believe my luck, I tell ya. So yeah, so this was in the recycling. And I mean, if you take the dust cover off, it's actually in really good, pretty good condition. It's a bit dirty actually. It is a bit messed up on the bottom of the cover and that, but I just could not believe it. So it was almost like it was meant to be. It was sitting right there ready for me at the start of the day. So that was so nice to go back after 3 months and find this, because that's why I check the botanical books. Every day I work in the shop, I go and check the botanicals for the Edith Holdens. So I did not expect to see one in the rubbish bin. So that is it. It was a bit of a big one, but yeah, oh, it's so good to get back to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.